All right, MMA fans, I'm here with Professional Fighters League lightweight fighter, Mr. Shane Burgos. Shane, how are you today?
I'm good, man. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Thank you for giving us a little bit of your time. What are you drinking over there?
Water, nothing but water. I'm driving back from the gym right now. Had a good boxing session this morning. On my way home now.
Sounds good. And of course, you're preparing to face the 2022 PFL lightweight champion, Olivier Aubin-Mercier. How is your preparation for this fight going?
Great, fucking phenomenally. Firing on all cylinders. I'm leaving no stone left unturned for this one. Putting my all into this camp.
You're going to compete on April 14th. Again, you're taking on the Canadian gangster. How are you approaching your debut in the new promotion?
I mean, it's my first one, so I'm just treating it like it's another fight. I mean, I'm not putting too much stock into the next one or the one after that, or the fact that it's a season format. I'll put that into my thoughts and into my preparation after this fight. But right now, I'm just focused on April 14th right now and being on point and primed for that date.
You signed with PFL after finishing your UFC contract. You tested free agency for a while. May I ask you the reason why you signed with PFL?
Money, bro. Money talks. The money talks. I got two kids, another kid on the way. I got to make sure when all's said and done that it's worth it. I have money in the bank to invest and to be able to retire. A lot of guys, it's sad, but this sport, there's no retirement plan. There's no long-term plan for you when you're done with this sport. So I made sure I got a deal that's going to make it worth it in the end.
Do you see things changing anytime soon? You mentioned retirement plan. You mentioned, of course, the pay for the fighters. Are things changing? Do you sense any changing in the MMA scene in general?
I think there's a lot more guys that are going to test free agency after I made that move, and Francis is making the move too. I mean, I don't know where he's going to sign exactly, but you see what Francis did after the two of us did what we did. Like, you guys don't really leave the UFC, especially after wins. I think that opens the floodgates, and it's healthy competition. You need promotions like Bellator, One, PFL to compete with the UFC, so guys know that they can go out and they can get paid, man. You can, yeah, I get UFC. It has that the name value, and it has that aura to it. Like, everyone wants to be in the UFC, and I completely understand that. I was that guy, but it's got to be worth it, man. You don't play fighting. When this shit's done, you got to look back and be like, you want to say, yeah, I made it to UFC, or you want to say I made a living. I'm able to retire. I got money in the bank for the rest of my life. I can provide for my kids forever. That, to me, that means more. So I understand everybody has dreams and goals to make it to the top organization. I respect that. I have no issue with that. But I'm just saying, don't be closed-minded to other paths, because there are other paths out there. There are other promotions out there. You can still win reputable world titles and still get these accolades, and you can also get paid for it. So that's what I got to say.
I was expecting to see you competing in November when you were scheduled to take on Marlon Moraes. You pulled out of that fight. May I ask you what happened? It was revealed that it was due to injury, but can you please elaborate a little bit more?
Yeah, so I got injured in training camp for that fight pretty early on, and the weight cut, man. Everybody knows I'm a big featherweight. Me having to cut the weight and not being able to recover properly after getting the injury, it just kept making the injury worse, and it was getting stagnant. It'd be good for a day or two, and then get worse again, and to the point where I couldn't wrestle, I couldn't grapple, I couldn't spar. There was very minimal stuff that I could do, and I was like, this is just, it's too much. And then going into this one, I was thinking I might try the 45 division, but I was like, I can't do that because it's gonna get worse. For me to have to make 45 4 times 10 in 8 months is gonna destroy my body. So it made me have to sit back and reassess and decide that lightweight it makes more sense for me.
Did you change anything in your training routine? Are you weighting more? Are you lifting more weights right now, or what was it? What is it?
That as soon as I made that decision, I was like, you know what, that's it. It's time to put a little bit more muscle on. So I will not be a small lightweight. That's for damn sure. I won't be.
But your you know, your speed or your I mean, I wanted to ask you about your fantasy, but that can be impacted by the fact that you are bigger, right?
Yes, yeah, I'm definitely bigger. I'm definitely bigger, but I feel like I'm going to take everything that I had at 45 and I'm bringing it up to 40, up to 55, and I'm going to increase the power too, like to be able to lift weights and fucking eat a nice amount of food, a nice amount of calories a day to actually have energy for training. Is going to be awesome. Just to take that stress off my mind. Like the last month of training camp for me at 45 is really just all about the damn scale. That's what it's been like for my last couple fights. So to not have to just solely focus on that is it's a weight off my shoulders, and I can focus on performance.
I hear more and more fighters who are, you know, seem to be relieved by the fact that you know, they can compete at in a higher weight class, and they don't have to focus on dieting that much.
Yeah, yeah. If you believe in your skills will translate. That's what I'm doubling down on my skills.
And what about Aubin-Mercier? Do you expect anything crazy coming from him in your upcoming fight?
I expect him to be going for the takedowns, try to control me, neutralize me. And it's going to be a battle of my takedown defense versus his takedown offense, I think. And then I'm going to make it as exciting as I possibly can. I really am. I'm not really thinking about the fight after this one. I'm just focused solely on this one. This is my world title fight. That's what I'm looking at it like.
Yeah, you're telling me that you are focusing on this fight, and of course I can guess that, but still, due to your contract, you will be scheduled to compete multiple times this year. What do you think about
Yes.
that peculiar PFL schedule?
It's grueling. It's definitely going to be it's going to be the hardest year of my life, physically and mentally, I think. But I'm up for the challenge. I feel like it's doing hard shit is always worth it. I mean, taking the road less traveled is always worth it. At the end of this, when I get my hand raised after all 4 fights and I win that tournament, I get that belt. It's gonna be fucking awesome. I can almost get teary eyed just thinking about that moment. I've seen all those guys have that moment. I was actually at the finale for the last one, so I saw all those guys have their moment. I'm like, I want that moment so bad. I want the money that comes with it, of course, but I want that moment where you just all that hard work, all that mental and physical sacrifice, it's worth it. I can't fucking wait for that moment.
I'm asking this right now in March. So let's put it like this: you are going to reach the finals. You're going to win the $1 million prize. What are you going to do with that amazing award?
I might go on like a month-long vacation after this with my family. I think that's what we're gonna do, like a month-long somewhere. I don't know where, but maybe like something crazy.
It sounds good. It sounds good. Shane, I finished my question. Do you have any last messages?
No, man, just I appreciate the time and enjoy the violence, because you guys know what to expect when you get a Shane Burgos fight, and it's not gonna be anything different. If anything, it's gonna be even more exciting at 155. So enjoy the show.
Shane Burgos, Olivier Aubin-Mercier, April 14th. I can't wait to watch that.
Let's go.
Have a nice one. Bye-bye.